Alright, we are all set. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us again for another Sunday Super Robot Wars T stream. I know it's been a while, but we still exist. I am, as always, Bog Rider Josh.
I'm Chef.
I'm the Krampus.
And for those of you who might forget where we were last time, I don't blame you. We had just dealt with a bunch of stuff. We found out the Claw's amazing and glorious master plan.
I'm gonna put a little of myself into everyone.
That's why I can control everyone.
And then Wasserman decided to start shit from the UND. Issue a challenge, because this has ended so well for the UND every other time they've tried to step to us.
I've got an idea, Walsman. Ask how Rury is doing. Not Rury,
Rudy.
Rudy.
is doing.
Rudy, or the 12-year-old, or the 8-year-old, or the neo-fetus. Wasselman Rasselson. That is a powerful name.
Hey, you want to die quicker? It's none of our business.
I really wanted to go, but there's lots of metal things to work on down here on Earth. Also, space helicopters in the shop.
So in discussion about Super Robot Wars games, there was a whole thing. I was talking with some people, and we were talking about how the most recent games have actually been really fucking amazingly good.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that possibly the absolute best thing that could come in the next cycle, because, you know, they kind of do the Super Robot Wars games in cycles. In the next cycle, I want a prequel to T.
During the war with Goldwyn.
Literally with Diamond Goldwyn as the male protagonist.
Okay.
And, like, seeing all this stuff of, like, him and, like, Presbund and all these people being the soldiers and, like, seeing the friendship form between, like, Amuro and Koji and all of them, like, have it be the prequel to this. I think that would be an absolutely stellar game to have in the next cycle.
I've even taken like an 8-mission DLC for this one.
Yeah, something. Just
Yeah.
some sort of like, hey...
Listen, I hate Wesley. I can't tell you how much I hate Wesley.
His face, his voice, his name.
You know he's some kind of like shrill, wheezing jackass.
I'm Wasserman the Rouserman.
We've already reached the outskirts of your galaxy.
Exactly.
We're
yes.
going to deploy our units in 2 days. Stop them if you don't agree to a contract. If you're up to the challenge, that is.
I mean,
He's the kind of guy who continually says his own name, so...
Honestly, I just really like the look of Dyma Goldwyn.
Yeah.
He's got those, like, fierce eyebrows.
He's got those classic 80s
chops,
sideburns.
Yeah, the chops going on.
He could be a Devil Man character with those sideburns. Oh, it looks like he's got the devil brows.
Yeah.
Also the fact that he's got tiger eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I also love this. She's just got this, like, dumbfounded look on her face at all times.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like...
Her default art is just sort of low-key confused and worried.
Granted, you know, she's around a bunch of people who regularly break the laws of physics and space-time.
It's a glass door. I could see you.
Amaro's just sitting there eating noodles. Like, I'm just here for the drama.
Right in the corner. Hamburger. Is he? No, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
Get on with it! Get on with it! Yes, get on with it!
But it was necessary to make the machine metal his head.
I thought it'd be funny.
Okay. Oh, my nuts!
Like second Earthling father to him.
Look, let's be reasonable. Wasselman was going to come to Earth at some point. Anyway. Wascoey Wassaman.
It's actually a crime.
Not in public. That's a crime.
Alright, the Karax orgy.
What we haven't seen is that he's completely skipped leg day, so Goldman is jacked from the waist up.
Skinny
and
legs.
his tiny legs.
I actually don't walk anywhere, are you?
Okay, so we need any specific.
Nope.
All right.
Honestly, this mission is kind of a freebie overall. The only thing in it is it's a 4-turn limit for the SR point, but trust me, that's not hard.
Or is Tier not auto?
Auto.
Okay. Alright, and you see this button I installed here? This button just dumps Getter Rays into the reactor, and then immediately turns on every emergency light we've got. Because shit's gonna get real.
I mean, you're not too far off.
What's that button do? Oh, that button puts out a plate of bacon for Master Asia to show up. Oh. Somebody hit the bacon button. I've arrived. Master Asia, are you here to fight for them or me? Stop asking stupid questions. Oh, bacon.
Answer that question yourself.
Beep. Beep.
You're on a bacon. Come beside me.
You know, Wasselman has more bacon. He does?
I stole this bacon and filled the ship with DG sauce. Damn it, that's trash.
This conversation, as you may expect, is pretty hilarious if you're playing the male protagonist. Because everybody else gets that Rami likes the male protagonist, but the male protagonist is completely oblivious to it.
I think it's a distinct possibility that day will never come.
They make comments about the male protagonist, like, you're going to have to take responsibility, and everyone's like, what? And he's like, what? Why is it my responsibility if she likes somebody? She's just my subordinate.
Wasserman Ransom.
We consider this a battle between the UND and Earth. We're not going to use Earthlings. Besides, Mother's still pregnant with our next pilot. Prenatal contracts is the next big thing.
We've hooked up tiny electrodes to her stomach so the baby can kick and control the neck. And this tiny puppy controls the funnels.
Apparently, you know what happens when those shouty boys get angry.
Oh, make them shout with rage.
I think your brute force approach will work on the
talking.
UND. It's done so far.
Yup.
It has worked every single other time the UND has shown up.
I already kicked your ass twice with it, and Rudy's like 4 times.
Hey, you can leave with everyone who's signed contracts with you. We won't stop you.
Did you just sigh?
You really don't understand the threat from Noah Bright. It's almost like this was a financial boondoggle. And stupid. We can't get 1 million of them to buy a cell phone.
Mostly they just said, bitch, 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 bitch.
Think about drawing you as a stick figure with a gigantic gut and saying blah blah, you bitch. Rasselman, can we get to the part where we shoot you? Oh no, they're battleships. If only we had something that was designed to fight battleship. Oh, way. No, if only we had something that was proven to be superior against battleships and numerous now.
And no one cares.
Yeah, all enemies within 4 turns defeat the Apis are last. Also, I believe the Arcadia should have a new attack at this point.
Do we have a secret objective for this one?
Yes, but it doesn't matter at the moment.
Ah.
No, maybe not yet.
No, not again.
I thought he started with it and the other attack comes in later, but I guess both of them come later on.
Yep.
Well, regardless, start clearing bitches. 4 turns to beat everybody up, basically.
This guy's just gonna, yeah, 69,000.
Zoom zoom.
Hi.
it's still mostly empty water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's warped in, like, what, 8 more battleships? Maybe 6 and 2 mechs? Whoa, okay. Oh, that's a face. Okay, that's like a creepy pasta image. Some Cave Cove shit right there. He hasn't got that. Isn't there? There. God damn.
Yeah, it just also costs like 90% of her fucking SP.
Yeah.
Fortunately, this is kind of another just slog mission.
Yep.
No real particular tricks. Nothing of terribly great interest goes on in this. It is just beat everybody up.
Yep.
And you do probably want to move some people
Yep.
more off to the left over there, since you have literally like one unit.
2. And I'm moving more. Just moving the, starting it over here.
Bottom should be pretty well covered at this point.
powers activate. Plasma sword.
When actually activating the Tyranado.
Ah, right. Tactical genius.
This part where everyone attacks Almer for some reason.
Screw everybody else. I'm gonna get the Gundam. Surely Amuro Ray can't be that hard to shoot down.
Some random mook hit him with a bazooka.
Yeah. And Getter, which is now just a battleship.
Pretty much.
Even more reinforcements.
I guess they had more units.
It's okay, if they focus their fire, they're gonna focus it on, like, spike.
I'm going to start by destroying your weakest unit, that ship. 3 hours later, why can't any of you hit? Oh, it's that face again. Oh. Look, I'm sorry. That face is weird. Alright, continuing on as usual.
Now my forces are going to go back to breaking themselves upon your ships.
We
This
need
is-
more forces!
This is our tactic.
Look, our flanking unit decided to waste all their time trying to shoot down Almer Ray for some reason.
When you hunt the roll beast, you continue to throw people at him until he's buried under corpses, then you stab him with a spear.
Once he is fat and sleepy from eating all of your men, you stab him in the gut.
That is the grand strategy of Wazzleman Razzleson. Now watch me unhinge my jaw like a snake.
Flash.
Flash.
The more you attack her, the more she's gonna get pissed off and new typey.
This is fine.
But anyways, 50% chance.
Yep. See that on the other hand.
It's intuition.
Yep.
He's probably going to take a lot of fire because he's basically over there on his own.
Yeah, but the fact that he gets wall means...
Yeah. No, he can handle it. It's just he's going to be taking that entire corner of fire on his own.
Might have used to.
Yep. Plus, I think we're fielding like 6 people who can use the HP restoration.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to die from it, I'll say that, but like...
And once Milo's on the ropes, he runs to the other side of the battlefield like a madman. Stabs him, occasionally goes back.
Like when you consider that they're doing close to 400 damage per attack, and that's at 75% reduction. Like,
Yep. Yeah, we're fighting battleships and like the elite units and stuff like that. They're not doing an insignificant amount of damage, but... There's also the fact they just get support attacks, which is,
yeah.
that has a 24% chance to actually hit. It's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't be worried about it.
It's fine.
Yep. This one is close enough that I would probably heal him up, because if this is a crit, it will shoot him down. But 95.
Oh man, I'm not gonna fight that thing. I want to go over and fight this little guy. Surely he'll be no
That little
problem.
bug robot should be easy to destroy.
I'm going for the big one. Go big or go home. No. No, no, no. Didn't say the magic words.
We're here trying to subjugate Earth, and you're eating Butterfingers?
Oh boy.
See, the other thing about Might Gain is we gave counterattack to Might Gain. So
Yeah.
at a certain point we sits over there and that group thing, everything just
Yes.
dies. We don't have to worry about taking damage.
Yes, but he is not strong enough at this point to one-shot the thing from
No.
full health, so he's going to take a fair pile of damage during
You
this.
get beat up for a turn or two, you go back in and kill him. Next turn he has to run halfway across the battlefield, so...
I fucking really hate the consent. Size over, we got size over here. See, nobody cares.
I mean, realistically, in that sector, like, it's pretty much, what are they going to target? The Spent that they can actually hit and do decent damage to, the Quibbly that they can't really hit, the Tyrannado that they can't really
They can
hit,
hit the Quibbly.
Spike that they can't really hit. Nobody's managed to hit the Quibbly yet.
Well, that's because we're using intuition. To reduce the chances here. They've had, like, decent chances.
Yeah.
But it really boils down to is, yes, they are going after the Tyrannado because they can hit him, but that's not usually how they work. We have seen them over and over again through attacks into, like...
Well, yes, but they haven't been led by a tactical genius, Blossom and Razzle.
Blossom and Razzleson?
Sorry.
Wasselman Razzleson.
That's the name of the UND commander here.
Are-
Wasselman
Creepy
Razelson.
pasta.
Are you pretty sure you guys aren't like double fisting like popcorn or some other snack while you're telling me this guy's name?
His name is Wasselman, Wasilmon.
Okay.
Razelson, Raszlson.
Is this a character from any particular franchise?
No, it's an original character from.
Jesus, they really hammered home like the bullshit, stupid names anyone in a
Well, he was the
Japanese
boss of
mecha
Rudy
series
Pixie's Alto.
Yeah.
has. Again,
He's the person who sent a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, and like
Well, no, Rudy did all
sent
those.
yeah.
look, these people have a handle on weird mecha names characters. This is not unique to the mecha genre, but good God, is it riddled with it?
I mean, they've got some great names for a lot of the Earth people as well. The president of the company we work for is Daima Goldwyn, who is good friends with Earth Councilman Aim Presbund.
Aim Presbund, who is in fact
Who is
actually
Nathan Explosion.
Nathan Explosion.
And also, despite all odds, not evil.
He 100% has that look of, oh, this is the guy who betrays us later on. It is in fact 100% good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hey, you want to see Wasselman? He's about to make his appearance.
Yeah, he looks like a Wasselman.
Wasselman. You may get screamy open mouth Wasselman here as well.
Yeah.
Wasselman nightmare mode.
No,
Nope, we did not get Wasselman.
they saved that for special
Is
occasions.
this ship a flying castle or something?
Yeah,
All
these
their
are
ships
battleships.
are-
They're so the design of the UND ships is sort of a gradual thing. So if you highlight one of the little green dudes, there you go. So they start from there. Then they step up to these red dudes, which is like a expansion on that with more stuff. Then they go from there to the white dudes. Then they go from there to the green battleships.
Oh.
And then they go from there to the stuff like Wasselman is piloting.
Jesus. Okay, from a distance, it looked like almost like a Japanese-style castle. I was getting like...
I think it's supposed to
They
look like a corporate
stylistically have
office.
that.
I was gonna say, I was
stylistically have
starting,
that
maybe not
idea.
explicitly anymore that I'm seeing, but I was definitely getting a Samurai 7 vibe.
Yeah, no, there is actually a consistent design philosophy
He
to
has
the
an
actual
ace
UND
bonus.
equipment. Huh?
He has
He has
an
an
ace
ace
bonus.
Yes.
It's 50% damage on people with a lower level. Murder that guy.
Double action.
No, we don't have enough points for double action. He didn't actually shoot anything down. He just
That's
half.
true.
Yeah, he did a bunch of damage.
We
He didn't
just
kill
half
anything.
healthed everything over there.
Yeah.
We'll resupply him with energy.
Yes.
You're asking yourself, who's going to take care of all that up there? Well, that's going to be our good old friend Spike Spiegel, the greatest pilot in the universe, who's probably a new type in and of himself. Multi-action. Definitely some weekend murder on the way over there. Save some energy.
here.
Hi guys, heard you're playing with a good friend Mike guy over here.
We can get the leader right now if we wanted to.
Yeah. Gunbuster already shot him.
Get stabbed.
Oh!
There's Nightmare Face.
I haven't lost. This is exactly as I planned. I'm not owned, you're owned.
Quick, send in 4 more units that will turn the tide.
I just keep hearing the Squidward. Whoa! Whoa!
Angry Nightmare Face.
Now we're going to show you our new attack. Prepare your butthole.
Hoo boy! Oh! Just elevated levels and all. That's hitting some weird primal fear in me.
Taking care of business. Space has guns, you know.
Yep.
Or expended it.
Because of course Goldwyn's not going to sit on the base. What do we have? We've got one of those combat loaders, but it's not space-worthy. Slap some blading on it. I can breathe in space. Hit the giant red button. What, the one you told us never to hit? Yes, that one! Hit the button! Goodbye, Rami. I have angels to punch in heaven! Woo-wee!
Thus, Goldwyn valiantly sacrificed himself to moderately slow down a unit Gunbuster can kill with a single kick.
It's gonna send in the base, and Gunbuster's gonna slides into view. Smash! Moving on for battle. It's gonna hit the base. No. Oh, that was uneventful.
No, he died to give us enough time to finish animating this cutscene.
Animate faster, you fools!
Enter the motion pattern.
Unleash the true power of the Quark Drive.
This motion pattern will liquefy a human being.
God die! God die! God die!
God die! Come on! Come on! Come on! Moonlight butterfly! Moonlight butterfly!
With the chest laser.
Maximum 80s explosions! Shoot you, damn it. Robot didn't cry.
Scary, that worked pretty well here, but please promise me you'll never want to do this maneuver in atmosphere. Except when the carry acts like.
I didn't need to see Wasselman's eye.
Wasselman, you're next.
Sad nightmare Rasmus.
But Wasserman has the best facial
Every
expression.
Wasselman face is fantastic.
Yeah, basically everything other than his default face is complete creepypasta faces. It's great.
It's because I watched Cat Ghost. That exact face is on there. Are we done? Can I get back to Gunbuster? Put a
Okay,
new cavity
so
in
the
it?
secret objective for this one is finishing off the AP's
With,
with Court Cluster Nova.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, so you're not let's move backwards.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, what's your using the thing? 80.
80. Not actually all that much.
Yeah. Also, it's fucking
Yes, it has an
14.
insane range.
Well, we have an insane range.
Jesus.
Although, we need to kill someone with that, 'cause we have that thing that's like kill 14 range.
It's
isn't
10.
it?
The max,
It's 10.
the
That's
max
right, it's
requirement
10.
is 10 range.
We think we've already gotten that.
Yeah, we
We
did.
have got that one.
Because also don't expect it to do cutscene levels of damage.
No.
Don't expect that.
Like, it does a lot of damage. It doesn't do that much
Don't
damage.
expect it to actually do cutscene levels damage. Otherwise, we'd be fielding the like the Wraith girls all the time because their cutscene attack at like 85,000.
Yeah, no, I fully am aware that cutscenes are separate from actual gameplay. But I want to see how much damage it does under non-story scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting into Gunbuster levels of damage. Which is
See what President Goldman did. It's giving me an idea. Tojiro, I don't like that phrase.
We put a giant ramming nose on the Arcadia.
There's a statue of Goldwyn just doing the fist out. It's now on the Arcadia's throne. It's what he would have wanted. No, seriously, it's in his will.
Fine.
Not a shoot.
As great Mazinger almost one-shots these guys.
Yep.
Will one-shot them on a crit. Same with the Zed. The Majin power is fucking great. Take away their punching bag.
Yep. Everyone else here is a better punching bag than the Gespenst. The Gespenst is solely out there to restock people.
Yeah, basically the only thing that the Gifment gets, kind of has going for it in late game is just the fact that that being the secondary protagonist has very cheap intuition.
Yeah.
Has the 15 cost intuition skill,
Yep.
which means they are a quite good dodge tank.
As long as you also do have SP.
Yes.
Great hits.
Remember, you have a second page.
No.
Or no, that's right. It just
This one
it
right
just
It
it,
just
it,
fills
it,
up.
it exactly fills one page.
Yeah.
I think the Zeta is the one that
Yes,
actually has the second
yeah.
page at this point.
has 2 attacks on its second page. Great. Hyper Beam Saber.
It has the last of its regular attacks, and then it has
Has
the
the
two
Hyper
that it
Beam
gets
Saber
from
and
when
the-
high power starts. The Wave Rider charge and the...
Yeah.
Okay. Else up here to start clearing out this corner.
Yes. Because while Spike is not really at risk of being shot down, he does eventually run out of energy.
He runs out a lot slower than others.
It's because none of his attacks actually use that much energy, and he has a giant pool.
Yes, but when
And-
there's
and
like
we have
He's had
regen
energy
on.
pump.
yes, but if he's over there trying to solo 12 dudes, he will not actually be attacking the last handful of them. Yeah, you used it all last turn by doing
Yeah, and then on the last of his turns before
Yeah, he went
this
to
one,
0.
They triggered the cutscene.
Yeah.
We're doing stupid shenanigans.
Use the.
Yes.
Okay.
If you one step back.
Yes, it has a minimum range.
Two.
Yeah.
Domon, whose spirits amuse me because they only barely marginally make sense. Well, see, he's got 15 cost persist, which is, reduced damage by 87.5% for the next hit. Or 15 cost intuition, which is just
Okay.
dodge this hit, guarantee the counterattack.
Yeah.
The only reason why you would use persist is if there's a chance they're not going to hit anyways, because then it would last until the next attack. But it's also super cheap, so you just intuition everything.
I could almost see just using persist until he gets low because
Yeah.
of the chance to miss, and then if he gets knocked low by something, at that point start using intuition.
And then Amuro, who just has the inherent second attack and insane amounts of the skill stat,
Yup.
so he usually gets the second attack
Well,
off
well-
of things. Oh, and now he got Zeal.
Now he got Zeal, yeah. Also, I went and dumped a bunch of our
Skill ups.
skill ups
Yes.
into him.
Remember to attack first before.
He's actually probably better off waiting for EX.
Yes. Don't multi-action on battleships.
I mean, if they do the job.
Yes, but the difference is that their EXC is usually better utilized waiting to get to 5, so you give another unit
If
a
somebody
secondary
gets
second action.
EXC3 on their attack, but it ends their turn, you
Yeah.
can then give them another action, and they can get 2 turns with that.
Well, even beyond that, it's just in general, most of your mecha units are just better in combat than those, so you're almost better off just saving up for EXE5 on the battleships, using it to give something like, Gunbuster or even Amuro an extra action.
Clearly, you should just invest all your stuff into the battleship.
I'm not lying. There is not a there's a significant chance that on mine, at least 2 of my battleships start with like 3 EXC. So that within usually a couple turns, they have the ability to give people a whole extra turn,
Full burp attack.
which I usually use on Gunbuster, because why wouldn't you?
That's why Sir Isaac Newton is the baddest motherfucker in space.
God, I forgot that Amuro gets the fucking Zeal Spirit.
Turn 2.
Yes, this is turn
still
2.
turn 2. It's just been... We've triggered every
There's
one
been a
these
ton of
little-
cutscenes because Wasselman brings in reinforcements like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now most of the remaining UND forces shatter themselves.
Yup. Would you imagine taking like 60 plates and throwing them one at a time against a metal sheet? Like really fine china weak plates. That one doesn't even have weapons, it's just using its hands and fists. This should be easy.
Oh god, he hit me before I could shoot.
It wasn't. Oh, the Gespent's gone, but that little weakling shit
Ah.
there.
Good to see the Belvine is starting to catch up to the Servine now.
Yup.
And he got sold.
Another level of aura power, too.
Get fucked.
You'll never get your assist off now. That one's just a young child.
That one's literally an elementary schooler.
Look at his mech. He's got just a simple design. It's like from the 70s.
I watched it. His mech launched from a playground.
And they're complaining about us using children.
That guy's not even in a mech at all. That's just a space fighter.
It's a space racer.
Yeah, it's not even a space fighter. It's a racing
Gold
ship.
emblem.
Yep.
Thanks to Spike's people. The greatest of all pilots.
He's not a pirate, he's a bounty hunter.
Pilot, I said.
Oh, I thought you said pirate.
No, the greatest of all pilots.
No, we have plenty of pirates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just none of them are Spike.
Turns out they just put a bounty on everyone.
We have Harlock, and Lamime, Tochiro, Argo Golski.
Yeah.
In case you forgot we had him, since he hasn't seen action in 30 missions.
It cuts back to the break room where he's watching the battle, just like sipping on a glass of wine. I'm also here.
I
know where we have
at
Argo
least some
Golski.
crossbow
Quite some-
characters, so.
Yes, we have Kincaid and Tobia.
Quite some time ago, Argo
Yeah,
Golski
we're
helped us.
flush with space.
No, I was just mostly making the joke because literally the Gundam fighters stopped being relevant sometime around mission 20 in this game
We used them in one mission.
because we had to.
That's a damn
I remember
shame.
Argo Golski. He showed up to help break Harlock out of prison.
Yes.
You're never gonna catch me. This is doing one.
No, the difference is that Kincaid and Tobia are actually somewhat useful. This foresee is the dodge one.
Yep.
Rock Helm's giant fire.
Yeah, it's like we may as well. Bright can do that like 8 more times this turn.
Well, plus, Bright has a bunch of SP regeneration.
Yes, he
on him.
regenerates almost 2 of those per turn.
Yeah.
He's like 2 SP shy of regenerating 2 of those a turn. And just throw up wall. They're not likely to hit, but even if they do,
Yep.
especially with
Also
that
a
factor.
counter. They're not likely to hit because they're dead.
Shouldn't get her dragon on the other hand, just doesn't care that it got hit.
Shitheader Dragon has literally gotten the stats of a battleship and the movement speed
Yes.
of a regular robot.
No, shouldn't get her dragon is funny as shit.
The only reason that one got to live is because he's a coward.
No, notably, I did for a brief time actually throw the power part on Shin Getter Dragon that gives it a command aura. Just to
Yeah.
really make it like they're piloting a fucking battleship.
Making foolish choices. Grand tactical genius, Wasselman Razin.
Look, they have to shoot something. It's not like they were going to survive the snap back from anything else there
Get it
either.
over with.
Yeah, like,
Oh, look, White Guy gets to do something again after it topped off his energy.
a map attack.
That's just sad. Poor fuckers.
Spike clearly doesn't consider this an actual challenge. He was using the autocannon.
Yeah.
So, like, Wasselman expected this to be, like, this grand thing that all the Earth would watch with apprehension. No, this is the Globetrotters game.
Uh-huh.
The UND is the
The
Washington
Earth are
ship.
going to see us defeat their defenders. Why the fuck is all my ships gone?
How many of their ships remain after our initial volley? All of them.
What do you mean, all of them?
What? Huh.
What is that maroon glare?
Is that, all I see is a race ship.
Some kind of psychotic motherfucker straps a lightning cannon onto a racing ship.
And a train. There's a train running around in space.
Why is there a foot heading towards my
I was
bridge?
gonna say, tap into the communications network. I wish to hear the screams of lamenting. Kick, 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 kick. Bright on the ship. Kick, 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 kick.
No, Bright's not chanting kick, kick, kick. He's casually standing on the bridge of the rock column, takes a bite of a burger. Noriko, go for distance.
I don't know. It's not. Look at you foresee. Who the fuck cares?
This is the one thing on the map that actually is going to do damage.
Noriko, if you can rebound him off of Venus, I'm giving you a Federation commission.
No, we're not kicking him Noriko to death. Just within an inch of his life.
Yep.
Just on the brink of death, so then we can hit him with sort of a black hole.
Speaking of which, this is going to be our ramp-up turn.
Private strategy.
Yeah, remember, we do need to take out Walsman last.
System
Yes.
seizure.
But the damage boost and the
Yes.
post.
It'll apply to everybody, so.
Got them allies.
I mean, realistically, even with Excel, these guys back here are pretty much out of this
Get in the
fight.
ship. You could speed boost with.
Yeah. It's not really worth. This fight is basically done.
For the most part.
We don't really need to worry about getting them up there.
And he still gets an attack.
Well, yeah, because we use pirate strategy, so everybody
Yep.
has charge. That's right, this is the flip one, where we get the Tyrannado Rex's new attack in the middle of the fight, and we get the Arcadia's new attack at the end. For reasons.
You can move first.
Hitting away.
Is that?
Well, yeah, but you can still move first. We have charge
yeah,
for
you
this
have
turn.
charge.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still, that's a worthwhile target to nail. Like,
You have to hit whatever you want.
yeah, shoot that dude in the back.
Gravity blast.
Clean up that shit over on the right.
We get these things down.
Yeah.
Spike's got the over the moon. There's gonna be so much salvage for him to
Oh,
claim.
do we have enough to do another multi-action on him?
No, we only have
No, we
one.
only have one. Okay. I would actually shoot the dude all the way in the back, just because nobody else is going to get to him. These dudes up front we can nail with Trider and Shingetter Dragon.
Old burp attack.
And we can even use Rory to give somebody else another action.
Yeah.
Two people actually, because she's at maxed season. Probably Serving.
Regular horse, not for the hyper horse.
Some more actions.
For another multi-action.
Yes, but he has like no move. I'm not sure why, but he only has, like, you go to move.
Get like a move down or something?
Oh, no, he has 1 energy.
Oh. Take energy to move?
Through space, yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Huh. Well, okay then.
Yes, remember that whole thing about movement terrain costs? It does actually exist, it just very rarely comes up, except when you're doing like 4 actions in a single turn with somebody. We don't see it that often, because most of the time the only person we do like a bunch of actions in a single turn with is Spike, who doesn't really run out of energy.
Mike Gunn runs out of energy, but most times it's not because he's moving around too much. It's because he
Yeah.
has been attacked by half of a battlefield.
Yes.
He's busy just throwing punches.
Those two over there are the only ones left other than the,
Yeah, everybody else is gonna start moving up to deal with. Last one.
Use multi-action.
Yes.
yeah.
If you can take out both of them and for an attack on both of them. Get it done this turn. Sorry, we gave you a chance to retreat earlier and leave.
We told you at the start, take whoever signed contracts with you, get the fuck out. And you were like, no, I'll take at least 1 billion people to make this profitable. Well, now you have less people than you started with.
Well, Bright's not even bothering with banter. He's just like, all units use every ounce of firepower on that battleship.
Yep.
Kill him dead.
I want his ass!
Might as well direct attack and all
Yeah.
that fun stuff. Using the EX you got.
Look, maybe you got him.
Smash it.
Smash it.
A whole mighty 34%.
Yep.
I don't actually see this battleship. Good instincts, chum. I do love that Cho has the off-chroma, like, green hair.
Oh, it's the old style.
Oh, yeah, they didn't use the actual black they used.
Yeah, they used the very, like, dark green. At least partially because black ink was really fucking expensive. Also, just this attack fucking rules. We gotta get this one into our cycle at some point so we can watch Sunbeam.
It seems like it's nuts, which is good.
It's it's interesting. Mecha combat. Mecha combat loosely based on Celtic folklore. While someone has great attack animations. But yeah, it is.
Sorry, go ahead.
It is mecha combat loosely based on Celtic folklore. I mean, really loosely.
As loosely based as anything is.
Beat his ass.
And that, like, almost all of the significant mecha in the series are named after, like, fae creatures and stuff. You smash it. Big rider charge.
Yep.
That's not enough for
Just do focus. It's fine.
Not gonna hit. A few moments next to it.
So what if he fucking does? No. Not really.
You said it again!
そっちの動きは捉えた。一気に蹴りをつけてやる。ゼータが魂の力を表現するマシンなら、みんなの力を貸してくれ。
Smash.
Not truly disgusting numbers like Gunbuster. Not everyone can beat Gunbuster.
育てればいい戦力になってくれるでしょう。さっさと終わらせますよ。目障りです。行きなさい。
Zeta leans slightly to the right in order to dodge this barrage of laser fire.
Yep.
Speaking of Gunbuster,
Yep, it's time. Next action. Smash hits.
I really don't want to kill.
yeah, he has 33,000 left. Gunbuster does a lot of damage. Gunbuster doesn't do that much damage.
Attack.
And honestly, if we do accidentally kill, oh no, we miss out on 100
We
tap
have to do
B.
one thing first. We're gonna restore her energy because she doesn't have enough energy for the super and the super kick. Now she has enough energy for the super and the super kick. And look, Saito got 11. Everyone's happy. Super Inazuma kick.
Right, so do bravery from her, and then do love from Kazumi.
This is gonna shoot down. Such a bravery.
Fuck it, who cares? Oh no, that 100 tack P.
Yeah, it's just mercy. Oh well. Look, there's some things we just need poetic justice on.
敵戦艦に攻撃を集中させます。
Say poetic justice, but the Gunbuster is less poetic and more brick against everything.
よくってよ。
Person hasn't even done anything.
Look, Rub-a-Dub-Dub, I stomped you in the face is a poem. That's poetry.
Free verse, motherfucker.
Wasselman is standing on his bridge. I have made so many mistakes today. Bright's just standing up on his bridge, slowly being this. Oh, sad Wasselman.
Sad sumo.
VTX strategy. He was copying our strategy all along. What fleet?
Drive me closer. I want to punch him with my ship.
Oh, I didn't need to see the Ahagao face again.
I was about to attack a ram. Please say it's a ram.
Well, the name of the attack is Charge, so...
アルカディア号全速前進
Fire lasers indiscriminately.
Oh, the Serbians over here! Watch out! Yes! Holy shit!
Yup.
So that's Harlock just walking into his ship.
Literally,
and looking at
those
guy.
tentacle things, those are how the
boarding.
Arcadia boards ships. They're essentially boarding tubes.
I'm just having a
So yes, he
nightmare.
literally just walks onto the bridge of the enemy ship and shoots a dude with the saber rifle.
Oh! Oh! It's like something primal in the back of my head. The reptile hindbrain does not like that face.
Although in this case, I choose to believe that Harlock walked onto the bridge, fired a shot directly past Wasselman's head, and then walked off. It's a warning. You get one.
That shot killed your pride, Wasselman. I don't need to kill you.
But yes, the charge attack is amazing.
Okay, good. When it counted, the phrasing of our team name works perfectly. I don't know, something would have been perfectly in character for, them to go, it's good to know I'll be remembered when you actually do die. President, what happened? Oh, I jumped out of my mech in the last second. You're not wearing a spacesuit. I know, I'm holding my breath. Could you come get me? This is very uncomfortable.
It's okay, I was falling through space, but it turns out Presvin showed up. In the fucking space
There's a
helicopter.
shuttle, they're like, how did you guys know to be here? Presbin called us. Oh, good old Presbin.
The space helicopter got fixed in time.
He asked us to send you a message. What's that? Here's that cookie I owe you. Oh, good old Presbin. One last flag. The more we see Golden, the more I think he's just the owner of Namco from Team Fortress 2.
Yes, strangely enough, he actually had a direct stipulation. If I die sacrificing myself valiantly to stop a battleship from running, crashing into the Earth orbital defense station.
Wait, what mech was he in? Like a Spen. Okay, in Spence.
Let's check the flow
What
chart.
color was it?
This time it was painted black, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vice President takes over.
It's a flow chart.
Did I?
It unfolds. It's bigger than most atlases.
Reason for vacating position. Am I A, dead? And... dead. Okay, how did I die?
Valiant sacrifice. Okay, follow that down. Saving a puppy, no. Leaping in front of a tractor to knock a girl out of the way and dying from a heart attack, even though the tractor would never have hurt anybody. Who would die like that?
And everyone laughed at me because I pissed myself. Heroic sacrifice in space. Okay, here.
What day is it? It's Tuesday, you know? On Tuesday.
Dharma,
They
your
all
death
start-
has made you a true hero. Understand what
You
you
know
have
the
to
most
achieve.
brutal fashion possible.
Put a banana sticker on your
battleship.
grave.
He just walks over, says nothing, puts a banana sticker on the grave.
So we can just buy banana stickers.
Every fucking scene Preston is in, it's like, okay, this is where he makes his villain turn. It never happens.
Now is the time to reflect on my friendship with Goldwyn.
It's a shame he died.
I'll use this opportunity to build an orphanage.
In his name.
Guess what, everybody? We've hit a file.
Anyone can be a sniper of love.
Apparently rule number 1.
It was 11.
11.
Oh, was it 11?
That was number
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, 10 range points to whoever uses it.
Okay. Special order.
Ooh, that's 10 range.
I put it on Amuro personally because I'm a gross human being.
No, Amuro sounds like a good idea for that. There he is. Amuro, get in there.
Since like 90% of his attacks are ranged.
Spike.
Spike needs one experience to the next level.
Spike needs to open a pack of Sweet and Low, and he's got another level.
Enemies in the last one were around 56, so that's the point we should be looking for. Don't worry about these. Basically aim for people that are around 56-ish. Ideally people that we actually field.
People actually, that's the thing. I think almost everyone we field is around that range.
Don't need to do Lantis.
People we field.
Yeah, we basically run out of
We
people field, so go
field.
back up to the top and do Kuru.
No one who's low level is being fielded.
Look, I forget these names, okay? They just kind of, like, go in and out of my head. And the Amuro gets 10 more points. It's basically a Spartan.
lost on the space radio. I've come to give you a very important message now that Goldwyn's gone. Here's 100 tack points.
Yeah, the only ones here we have left are,
Reduce the morale.
yeah,
of enemy.
morale reduction, use the Spirit Command resupply, and destroy 5 or more enemies with a map weapon. Ooh, you can get another business manual.
Yep. Get that, and we're gonna get these port GS right.
Yep. Those are both good pickups. We also got the gold emblem.
Gold emblem. Another VTX strategy manual.
Yes, we have the VTX strategy manual now. Get finished boosting up. Great. Doesn't have any inherent barrier or armor, so
Yeah.
power parts it is.
Should probably boost up the ships.
Yeah, the Arcadia.
It's like an NSX.
Power parts. At the very least, Great has another slot to fill now.
Yeah.
We should look at the new stuff we got.
So did Dragon?
I believe so, yeah.
Mobility plus 20 and weapon and consumption minus 10.
It's not really a major concern for Great.
Okay.
Still running stack of fortune and all of that.
Again, not really necessary on Great. Doesn't really have energy issues.
Yeah.
Where's the fluid?
Oh, that's even better, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking 3,000 armor.
Invincible damage there. He's still got a good map.
He's fine.
Yeah, like technically we could replace the Prana converter with the gold emblem, but that's about it.
Yeah, and that only
The
gives us
Conqueror
double
gets
money. This one gives us double money and attack
And
above.
attack fee.
But only above 150 morale, which means technically for the first like turn or so he's not getting it.
They're like double attack.
Also, we don't really need that much fucking tack B.
Buy more pilot upgrades.
We don't do that ever though.
We actually have.
Like,
We had counterattack, all sorts of stuff to do.
yeah, but the amount of tack B we actually get from the kills is not enough to really make a difference in that regard, because the skills you really want cost a lot of tack B.
You're good for what we want you to do. Actually.
He's good for winning 4 years.
Again, off camera between streams, we should probably do another complete refresh of power parts just to make sure everybody's
I think for the moment.
balanced, but we're fine to go into the next mission. It's going to be a special mission anyways. We have more cross-dimensional visitors to handle.
Yes. Secret scenario. Visitor X. I'm here to eliminate something super ugly that I saw in the monitor.
Because for our last special mission, we had the most recent set of Bandai originals. Now we have the original Bandai originals. That they translated weird for some reason. Geo Metro, Sweets aficionado.
You have this thing called the internet. It's mostly poor, but a couple of guys.
A girl on one of our strolls? No. Wesman, come here for a second.
Is that just a severed arm? Yeah, we kept the only part of him we actually found in music.
Then I took a bunch of pictures of his face, like he was for action.
Yeah. Entire ship's Atlantis is dull and boring and sits in the big room where we watch paint dry.
Going to man logs.
No, see, Carl, the thing you need to understand is Wasselman raises everybody else up. He's that ugly. If you were 5, now you're 7. If you're 7, now you're 10.
If Wasserman opens his mouth, everyone gets points.
The scariest videos on the internet. Top 10 list, number 7. Wasselman eating chips. So much his mouth closes, his teeth just elongate and...
It's just a weird sucking noise anytime his mouth is open.
Magic absolutely exists. We just don't have any of it on our team. Except for space psychic magic. That doesn't count.
I mean, we literally have the Magic Knights.
Yeah, we don't feel
Well, I mean, on our active, we use them all the time, too. We used them the couple of times that we were forced to by the SR.
We literally field 2 people that are in giant beetle mechs that were created by the Fae.
That's Fey, not magic.
That is explicitly Fey magic.
You're choosing to differentiate that between Fey magic and non-Fey magic.
Sure, I guess.
Look, getting things given to you by the Fae is about as magic as it gets, with all the horrible fairy tale bullshit that comes with it. Space disturbance.
Disturbance. In space.
Space is pretty disturbing. I like to imagine there's no official comms network, just a bunch of people calling each other on like a group call and going, "Hey, there's something to Beckel!" Something's coming. Oh, just like in Antarctica.
Parallel world. It's got a pimp-ass bird.
Which game are these guys from again?
I don't actually remember which ones Amari and Iori are from. That, however, is Misaki.
Yeah.
That's just the main character of Cybuster. Sorry, Cybaster.
Cybast.
Though he originated in a...
He was a Super Robot Wars original character. He was
Yes.
a Bandai original.
Though he was part of... It's a weird... Masaki's a weird case of someone who, you feel like should bring his other supporting cast along with him, because he was part of the game where they invented a bunch of elemental-themed mechs, and he is just
Well,
one
he
of
started
several.
out
He
as
literally
an
started
original-
as an original character for Super Robot Wars.
and then he was so popular that they
made
an
their
original
own thing.
game for him.
Okay, I had it backwards.
Yeah.
All I know is that he has the mech that is like the Lord of the Winds, and then the
Yes,
game...
Cybuster.
Then the game that Cybuster was
Sorry,
turned to...
Cybaster, because that's how they apparently chose to translate it. Despite it have literally been Cybuster for decades.
Yeah. But I remember that game also happened to have a bunch of Elemental
Yes.
Lord mechs in it that were all themed. That's an old one, though. I think they've only brought back one of those again in the OG games that wasn't Cybuster.
Yes.
So the answer as to which game they're on is actually very obvious, because much like the other one, this is like Anomaly X.
Yeah,
because
they're from
Super
X.
Robot Wars X.
That's what I figured. I just wasn't sure on that one. Yeah, Masaki was from like 3. Like Masaki's
Yeah.
first occurred from a long time
Masaki's
ago.
from the Super Nintendo robot.
Yeah.
Super Robot Wars.
Yeah, so it was like 2 or 3.
And she still is a sweet-ass bird.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a familiar. That's Sparrow. So the way that these elemental mechs work is they have bits that are essentially operated by the familiars.
Yep. Remember that ship from Outlaw Star that had the 2 cats piloting it? It's very similar to that.
Well, of
actually.
course. That pirate who is a master of space combat with cats. Member of the Onten 7.
Actually, come to think of it, I think Masaki was named after a famous Japanese anime opening singer.
I believe so.
Masaki Endo, I believe.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I believe that character is Masaki Shindo, I think is...
Actually, no, I think it might also be Ando, but spelled differently.
Maybe. It's something like that, yeah.
One of them is Endo, one is Ando, I think.
Yeah, I think this is Masaki Ando, and the singer is Masaki Endo.
Yeah. No, Masaki Endo is great, though. I recommend it to anyone listening. Listen to some of Endo's stuff. He has some classic openings under his belt.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to his two cats being drawn that well. I'm used to seeing them in, like...
No, his art style in this
Yeah.
threw me way the fuck off, too, because it's, like, really weird. Like, they did new art for Masaki and Shiro and Kuro.
Please introduce yourself.
And it's, like, a very different... And yeah, that choice you made about whether the protagonist is female or male literally just affects whether Amari or Iori is the main or sub-pilot.
Yeah. I don't know, I think they just don't want to touch how depressing the Z storyline is. Like, no, we're forgetting about that, we're just pushing it away. The main protagonist is literally powered by deepest, blackest sorrow. So her life has to be as shitty as possible.
And then there are the kind of weird games that don't actually have an original character protagonist.
I don't know of many of those.
Like the entire Alpha series.
That's true. I think MX also didn't.
I don't remember whether MX is. I think you're right, though. I think doesn't have an original character protagonist.
Of the Key Cross.
Wait a minute.
Now, I'll tell you right now, it's even dumber than that. I'm pretty sure officially that organization is called the Cross.
No, it's Key.
Wait, no, Sengar.
Some people
appeared in
don't say
Alpha.
Kai, but they are dumb.
Yes, but he's not the protagonist. You don't start playing as him.
No, there's one of the games. I just sworn it was like Alpha 2 or something where you start playing with like the first mission you are playing as Sengar's Envoys. I have to look it up.
I don't think Zengar's Envolt has ever been the main protagonist of a Super Robot Wars game.
Like, he's been secondary in a lot of them.
Yeah, he's been secondary in a ton of them, but I don't think he's ever been the main protagonist.
It's a shame, because, like, the game could not contain Sengar's Envoy.
Okay, it's entirely possible that he's not actually the main character and you only start out as him and then get someone else later, but...
Maybe in some scenario.
Yeah, that's a distinct possibility, because I didn't play that far into that particular one, because that was not translated, and I didn't have the stuff at the time to translate it.
Oh no, I take it back. The Alpha series did have a protagonist. They're just so forgettable, nobody gives a shit.
Which one?
Well, you were either in the Huckabee Mark II or the Grungust Type 2. Depending
Yes.
on whether you went real route or super route. So nobody actually gives a fuck. Yeah, it was Ryoto Hikawa and... I don't even remember who the other option was.
Cybaster.
Yes, Cybaster.
Turkey.
Also, incidentally, Cybuster has a kick-ass theme.
It does.
It does have a kick-ass theme. You are, in fact, correct.
Here's the Akashic Buster.
This isn't even his most powerful
No.
attack. This is just the one that we...
No, all his attacks are stupid.
Granted, I think my favorite original is still the one from Z. No, it's original Z, I want to say. is the super robot from that one.
Yeah, no, Sengar Zonvolt has never been a main protagonist.
Okay, so it probably what it was is you start that game as him for the first mission, and then like second or third mission he fucks off and you join the actual group that you go with.
Although oddly enough, Sengar was the pilot for the prototype Gangrust.
Yes.
Gangrust Type 0. Grimgrust. He's protagonist for Super Wars Alpha 2.
Is he?
Yep. Selectable protagonist with one story route.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to go through the list here, and it's like...
He is playable in a handful of other games, but in Alpha 2, he specifically has his own storyline.
All this talk of OG characters has gotten Tron stuck in my head.
Really? Weird, because where I'm looking
Tron
here...
Yes. Which again, other characters, not as cool as Sengar, but still, you gotta have your Char clones. I'm sorry, Roxel Feinschmecker. It's not his real name.
Okay, that's why, because it's weird, because technically, even in the Sengar route in Alpha 2, he's technically a guest character for the first two scenarios.
Jesus, Sengar.
He's only in those stages and then leaves. You don't actually have access to him as a main pilot until the third scenario, when he officially joins. Because he's a shit.
Because the thing that happens in 2 is, I think it's his wife or his daughter dies due to an attack. Like, he's cryo-frozen, and then he gets woken up by the facility to defend it against a attack, but during the attack his significant other dies and gives him the upgrade to his suit as her last action. So he goes all warrior monk and then leaves to breed for a while.
It also doesn't help that this series does have stupid naming conventions for its games. Because the name of the game is not actually Super Robot Wars Alpha 2. It is the second Super Robot Wars Alpha.
Which is actually the third Alpha game, because Alpha...
Of a Gaiden, yes. Is in between there. This gets even worse when you get to Z. So Super Robot Wars Z, the series of Super Robot Wars Z games, is Super Robot Wars Z, the second Super Robot Wars Z Hakai Hen, the second Super Robot Wars Z Seisei Hen, the second Super Robot Wars OG, which is in between there, then the third Super Robot Wars Z Jigoku Hen, and the third Super Robot Wars Z Tengoku Hen. These aren't like Pokemon-style splits, these are literally in order.
Yep.
It is basically Super Robot Wars Z, Super Robot Wars Z 2 Part 1, 2 Part 2, 3 part 1, 3 part 2.
これくらいは余裕です。このドグマに願いを託
Got a bird, man. Maximum bird.
Also, at some point, we'll have to pick up an English copy of the Moon Dwellers.
The long list of things I need to pick up once I actually have employment. That has to wait until.
Depending on how stuff goes, I might pick up the copy of Moon Dwellers. Just have. It is on my list as well. It's just not high priority because we took out quite a while for this one, and then other stuff we can do for Sundays in between as well.
Oh, this is appropriately extreme attacks.
Like if we ever figure out, actually, it wouldn't be too much of an issue in that instance. But like, basically, if we finish this one and don't have anything else primed up, we can take Sundays to do Peach Ball for a little bit.
Yep.
Since that was mostly just an issue with your laptop doing the recording stuff and trying to do all that.
Yeah, wasn't that the actual streaming was a problem? It was the encoding was a problem.
Yeah. Just because your laptop was chugging trying to transcode that quickly, essentially.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just hook it up to this rig, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I was dropping like nothing frame-wise for actual connection. It just couldn't render all the frames to properly encode them.
Yeah. We can do that one as kind of a fill-in, because I don't imagine that's going to take several months, like a Super Robot Wars game. Not that the Senran Kagura games are short by any means. They're not quite the length of a Super Robot Wars game. Except for a few of them where 100%ing them is fucking ridiculous.
100% would take forever. I mean, realistically, the Super Robot games take so long because most of these fights at this point are a slog.
Yes.
Against things that have no manner of
Each
hurting us.
mission is like 45 minutes as we get into the late game here. We are like 2/3 of the way through the game.
45 minutes is short. The first mission we did was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, that one was particularly a humongous fucking slog. When we get into the next set, they're actually not as long, because we're going into the Neo-Zeon War, which are generally decently faster. Like, the UND missions as a whole are just stupid fucking slogs, and then some of the later missions are slogs solely by virtue of basically being boss piles.
Oh, we used the resplice.
Yep, we used the resplice soul, so now we
Yeah.
fulfilled that. Creation Zero universe.
Yes.
Also, I like that most of our attacks appear to just be casting spells. And
That's a whole thing for all the, like, mech from their world. The mechs from Alwarth are essentially giant spellcasting tools. It's a super cool thing.
I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, the Psybuster and the Elemental Lords. Like, they're actually a really cool idea. Like, I mean, there's a reason why, like, Psybuster ended up getting its whole own, like, original series.
I think they're still doing Psybuster stuff, they just haven't gotten another game since then. I don't remember.
I think the last thing they did with Psybuster was, like, early 2000s at this point. Like, it's not dead, as in, like, I mean, Bandai still exists, and they could easily put out new Psybuster stuff if they wanted to. They just haven't actually put out anything new for Psybuster in a long time.
It just also doesn't help that, like, the only real Psybuster anime was some OVA that doesn't really have anything to do with Masaki or anything like it. It is literally...
Cosmo.
It was the effective equivalent of, like, Tolkien's The Lost Tales for the world of the Elemental Lords.
It was more, if I recall properly, it was like a 13-episode OVA-ish.
I think it was like 10.
It was something like that, but it was very much a case of, like, the Psybuster, the robot was featured, but, you know, none of the characters from the Psybuster universe. Yeah. And it was mostly just like, we're in some future Japan where, like, environmental collapses happened, and this is some giant, like, metaphor for the
no, the Psybuster anime is not good, but they have made some unique Psybuster games, which actually are pretty cool.
It was Psybuster 20-something, but it was a really weird little anime.
I love they do have support defend happening here. Remember where I got this one.
You're traveling to another space and another time. Time where you're dead.
Defend. for you.
Remember, defend you take half damage.
Yeah,
That's 14,000 with
half damage.
half
yes.
damage.
I mean, you did do one of the 100% damage moves.
So,
Holy shit.
man, I'm glad I'm not that guy.
You see shit like this where, like, Doom Mech casting these giant spells and annihilating whole sectors of space, and our group is just like, are we willing to be here?
Technically, there's a tap P bonus for using all of Zelgard and Psybuster's attacks. We don't care that.
No, we don't. I was literally using their ultimate attacks once each to show them off, and now it's the Spike Spiegel.
Spike Spiegel hour.
Hola, amigos! We've got a weird story for you. All you bounty hunters out there. Spike Spiegel did something right. What? Heads explode.
So all these guys, just for clear, are technically golems.
Yep, we talked about it.
They are not as worthless as the golems from Sephiroth at this point. The gold ones are tougher, so you're not going to get auto shoot downs on them. Also, that one stepped in the way, so.
Should have thought of it. Oh well. Look, this golem wouldn't boom if you put 10,000 volts through it. Oh, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Always amuses me when something goes off while they're still
on the
docked
ship,
inside the
yeah.
ship.
But yeah. So for the, like, one person watching this in VODs or whatever, that was some discussion on some future possibilities for Sunday games. Probably do Peach Ball at some point. We'll definitely be doing Super Robot Wars OG, the Moon Dwellers, at some point. We have some other ideas for both Saturday and Sunday games. For the time being, I probably won't be involved in the Saturday ones just because I've had my fill of Valkyria Chronicles and just can't put up with it anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. Everyone will love our After Valkyria Chronicles game.
It's a classic.
I don't even remember what the hell we decided we were doing after Valkyria Chronicles.
We're doing the absolutely accurate World War II drama, Operation Darkness.
We did actually decide on Operation Darkness.
Yep.
Unless someone else really wants to do
And,
something in that
yeah,
slot.
if someone really wants to take that slot away, I will acquiesce. If no one makes a decision, we're doing Operation Darkness.
I mean, I feel like we should kind of rotate Saturdays out and have other people
Yeah, that's
do it
fine,
rather
like-
than just
yeah.
constantly you playing shit-awful RPGs. I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't do more trash, mind you. I would never say we should not play more trash. I've got a brand, but
Well, shitty Saturdays.
I feel like we should give you a break after having to suffer through Valkyria Chronicles.
It's either that or I start working on RPGs that I just haven't gotten to yet. I'm doing things like
Going to
Caligula Overdose, or Caligula Effect Overdose. I've heard that's actually really good in a kind of fucked up.
Really
super-
good is not how I would put it. It's interesting. It's not good by any normal meaning of the word.
Okay, let me put it this way. Are we going to get the same kind of amusement out of it that we would like Enchanted Arms?
No.
Okay.
No.
As long as we can get some kind of amusement out of playing it,
It's the same kind of failing into being interesting that, like, say, Deadly Premonition has, just without nearly the charm of that game. It's like, you can very much see they had ideas and they were trying to do things with it, and they really put effort into doing those things. They just weren't quite actually capable of doing what they wanted to do. Hey, Hunter, how's it going?
Hello, Hunter.
Yeah, I've got some ideas for some other Saturday stuff as well, but, I mean, we'll talk about that more once we get closer to being done with Valkyria Chronicles, which, considering we've reached the point of the game where it's, like, realistically about one mission per week.
We actually checked on this on the last stream. We're 3/4 of the way through.
Yes, but we're to the point where we're getting to each of the missions at this point is just a horrific fucking slogs.
We did 2 last time, so...
Yeah, but that you reached basically the last mission that's any decent quickness. Especially because just about every mission from here on has massive plot dumps right in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. So, you're going to be spending like half an hour each mission just going through fucking cutscenes.
Well, I mean, we can also stream for a little bit longer than we do.
Yeah.
Especially since it's a Saturday stream.
Doesn't affect me none. I ain't
yeah,
involved in them, so.
Yeah, I know.
You guys can stream for as long as you fucking want on Saturdays as far as I'm concerned.
I figure we're going to get about 3 more weeks of Valkyria Chronicles out of it.
Maybe. We'll see. But by then we'll have figured out what we want to do for the following Saturday.
Yep.
I have unfortunately discovered that it is just really infeasible to actually play River King Mystic Valley on an emulator.
Yeah.
The touch controls are just too hard to really do reasonably with a mouse. So that one is out. I'll figure out eventually a good way to do it and probably record that, but not actually stream it.
Has some desperate, enterprising soul tried to use the DualShock 4's touchpad to mimic it?
It doesn't quite work right in Desmume.
So someone's tried it, but not very well.
I tried it.
Ah, okay.
And it just, Desmume doesn't map it quite correctly.
Alright, and we're done.
Yeah.
Short mission.
Yeah, this is one of those special scenarios, so it's a quick blast.
Getting back to the station. Getting back to the station. Oh no, we've already gotten stuck in a couple of these. No, 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 no.
It's notable, by the way, that in my head, Amari's Familiar has the voice of Lewis Black because he is just fucking Professor Pericles from
No.
Scooby-Doo Mysteries Incorporated.
Would have gotten away with it too, for you meddling kids. Man, that's familiar. Visitors from another world.
I hope you have enjoyed our cameos from other Super Robot Wars games. Those are the last ones we get in this game.
Yep.
Yeah. In total, we only have 13 missions left in this game.
Yeah.
Which, granted, is still like another 2 months worth of content.
Yep.
Assuming we actually manage to play every Sunday.
Yep.
Oh, we got the X treasured sword and the X treasured shield.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Key treasured sword and key treasured shield.
It's cross-treasured sword and cross-treasured shield.
Some people call them
The
cross
name of the
or
game is
Kai.
actually technically
dumb.
Super Robot Wars Cross.
Key, got it.
No, that's an X, not a Greek letter.
Some people pronounce it Kai. They're stupid.
See?
Powerport's X treasured sword?
Yep.
Yes.
Treasured shield.
Cross treasured sword. Come now.
Yes, they are technically cross-treasured sword and cross-treasured shield because, stupidly, the game is Super Robot Wars Cross, and the organization in it is Cross.
Now, if only it had Macross in it, it would be the trifecta.
Unlike Gun Sword, which is the X is not pronounced.
Which is just gun sword.
It's like Hunter x Hunter is
Yes, it's called Hunter Hunter.
God damn it.
It's not Hunter x Hunter. It's
Why you
Hunter
gotta
Hunter.
lie to me?
That X is symbological nonsense. It has no sound.
Yeah, and it's just Mega Man.
I like it's... Yeah. Incidentally, it is the... it is based on the Gundam Mark III, of all things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just mostly around, like, the arm and
Yeah,
the
the
waist.
torso.
But that's actually pretty cool. I like its giant lance and weird fold-out arm thing. And wielding lance, it looks like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
This is all from that new Build Divers season they're doing, which I can't speak to its quality. I haven't seen Build Divers yet.
Yes, we got Hyper Reloader. I mean, we
I'm not
unlocked it
super
to unlock
either.
it. It's not anything we're going to care about. I tell you that right now.
Get more suborders.
Yep.
Here we
Keep
spike.
going down.
Hasn't quite hit 300 yet.
I was looking at the wrong.
Harlock and Eagle is the auto deploy, but then just go up from there. And autofill. Don't care.
A starving wolf. Dark in the city, night is a wire.
Carryax is full of snacks. I don't mean hunger literally. So you're full? Not really. Should be noted, I also highly recommend Brave Express Might Guide.
Yep.
It is incredibly entertaining, and Joe is the biggest dipshit in the world.
300 tack points. One. Go. That's going to some territory we don't need to go into right now.
Just in case you forgot that Amius is a horrible person.
Yep.
And Hyper Reloader is just...
Restores ammo to max at the start of a player phase. There is one character that we might care about ammo in, and missions don't last long enough for us to actually care about it.
Yeah, no. Go back into buy. Just to see what, nothing great in the recommendeds. It's really not worth it. We got better options than that across the board.
Save. What is it right now?
Well, what we got next is just the choice of path.
Yeah.
So we can do that at least. And then probably call it, because we definitely won't have time for the next mission. Should also go into customization, because we have 250,000 funds, effectively.
Yep.
And we have the key shield and key.
Yes, the cross-treasured shield and cross-treasured sword to do.
Okay.
Should probably do some weapon ranks on the Arcadia, considering it's still a rank 1. Just up to 3 should be force fine, I guess.
Let's run for a couple other people. 3, 4...
They're expensive.
Yes, weapon upgrades are hellacious. Generally, you're not really supposed to actually get much in the way of weapon rank upgrades until, like, the second playthrough, when you've already basically pumped out everything else. By the way, if it didn't do the weird thing where everybody playing it on this PS4 got the unlocks through rank 20, when I got it in my playthrough, this is where that actually happened.
That wasn't actually out for your playthrough.
What was it?
They didn't update. They pushed everything else to rank 20.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We were...
Yeah.
Because it used to be an unlock.
No, it's just a update they did to the game. Pushed the rank to 20.
Interesting.
Alright. Save. Nice customize. Sub scenario.
We told Wasselman to pack up his shit.
Thanks to President Goldwyn's brave sacrifice, I wonder if they're gonna come pick me up. Anytime now, I'm sure. Anytime.
And yes, that thing we were joking about is literally what happened, because the UND essentially forced broadcast of the fight,
Yep.
and seeing us kick the shit out of the UND made everybody be like, yeah, those shouty boys fucking rule! Earth, 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 earth!
Now I'm just imagining a bunch of like good old boys in Alabama painting their truck Gundam colors. No claim I feel like I got a better understanding of my fellow man through that fight.
You met them?
That would require them to have the emotional maturity higher than a 5-year-old. Yeah, no, there's the perfect idea. Gundam fight. Char Aznable versus Imran Khan. Make it a pay-per-view.
Destroy the other person's head, you win.
I like how Amuro immediately is like, you're not wrong. Amuro is like, yeah, they probably should just get in a boxing ring, let's be real.
I'm sorry.
Ryoma is a big man.
I'm saying, compared to everyone, all the Gundam characters looking relatively calm or stoic, then there's Ryoma just...
Ryoma always looks like that, 100%
Ryoma
of
is
the time.
intense as hell.
His scarf is always in motion, even when there is no wind and he is standing perfectly still. Ryoma is a fucking treasure. He is the mascot of those shouty boys.
Yes, we communicate with our fists.
Yes, we have the option of either siding with Haman, siding with Char, or the option we're going with, slapping them both in the face and telling them...
Don't worry, Van.
it's
You don't have to rub anything in the Claw's face to show this idea is moronic and idiotic.
Oh, the Claw's glorious plan.
Again, occasionally there's a character whose art style is just distinct from several others, and they suddenly appear dramatically and terrifyingly.
Look, King Jader has ridiculous shoulder pads, and you just need to accept that.
That Soldado J,
Soldado-
the mecha, is King Jader.
Silence! Names are hard!
It's no longer pizza. He is now Soldado J.
Whatever you say, Dominoes.
The warrior of the green planet.
Sure thing, Tombstone.
Not pizza. Soldado J.
Soldado J, extra cheese, old sauce.
And third, we tell them both to shove it.
We'll just fight them all on our own. Middle finger.
Oh, Camille's the one making this decision?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, his justification is not, they're both idiot children. Let's smack them around side the head.
Camille's just giving the practical answer.
Yes.
It's not that practical. Mon's still going to be a bitch.
I mean, Bray brought that up. He said, no matter who we side with, we're still gonna have to fight them eventually, too, because they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But...
Independent approach. We shit in both their sandwiches.
So amusingly, choosing to slap both of them round side the head actually gets you 1 point with both Haman and Shar.
Yeah, they respect your balls.
It's what they would do.
But we'll be starting down that route next week. Thank you all for joining us again. We'll be back on Saturday with some more Valkyria Chronicles, and next Sunday with more Super Robot Wars T, where we start down the time where we beat up both Neo Zeons because they both suck and are idiots.
Including the great speech that's given at the start of it, which should have been given in the actual Gundam.
Anyways, I am, as always, Bog Rider Josh.
I'm still shit.
I'm the Krampus.
Have a good one, everyone.